Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Tanya Pluckers. Welcome to Rich Results Mindsets, and today I'm going to be sharing with you one of the most powerful processes my mentor Bob Proctor taught me that helped me manifest $13,500 in 1 week. And this process is decision. Becoming an effective decision maker. You see, when you become an effective decision maker, your whole life changes. You move from a place of lack and limitation to a place of prosperity, because success loves speed. So if you're interested in learning how to master your mind so you can master your life, then consider liking, sharing, or subscribing to my channel. So let me share with you the true story that happened to me that changed my life forever, because I learned how to become an effective decision maker. Around about 4 years ago, I came across my mentor, Bob Proctor, and he was always talking about making decisions quickly and rarely changing them. And of course, he learned this from his mentor, Napoleon Hill. See, he was a great reader of Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. And of course, Napoleon Hill discovered, after interviewing 500 of the most wealthiest people, that they had one trait in common. And this trait was that they made decisions quickly and rarely changed them, where the people that lived more in lack and limitation or poverty, they tended to make decisions slowly and change them often. So Bob suggested to me and to his audience that we need to learn how to make decisions quickly. So when I first made a decision to want to be mentored by Bob, the first investment was, ready, $15,500. Now, I didn't have that money. I mean, when I came across Bob, I was nearly broke, burnt out, and very much broken. But I just knew he had the key to transforming my life. So I put down a deposit of $2,500, and I had to come up with the difference. And of course, I didn't know where the money was going to come from, but I had 2 months to come up with the difference. And I think it was $13,500. And of course, I didn't worry about the how. I just knew that the money was going to show up because the decision felt so right in the moment. And so within a week, out of the blue, I got a call. I got a call from Australia, from an old work colleague that I used to work with at Qantas. And of course, he'd left Qantas and was now working for a supermarket company in Australia. And he rang me to say, hey Tanya, do you want to come down and train some of my Delhi staff on how to improve their client experience? So I just said yes. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I said yes. And this happened in the week. And literally within the week, all the people, places, and opportunities started to come to me because I said yes to that decision of working with Bob. And so I hired an associate. We put a training program together. I flew to Australia within a month and delivered this program. And of course, I asked this company to pay me in US dollars. So after I had done all the training, come back to Australia, paid out all my expenses, which was the Airbnb, the associate I'd hired, and all other, and travel expenses, all of that. Lo and behold, I discovered that I had the exact amount owing to pay the difference, to pay the full amount to be mentored by Bob for 1 week. And that was the first time I discovered, well, the power and potency of making a decision quickly and rarely changing it. And ever since then, I have, made it a habit to make decisions quickly and rarely change them. And so I want to encourage you now to change the way you are making decisions. And the reason why I want you to start to do it differently is because if you are not making a decision, then you really are deciding not to. But when you're not making a decision, then you tend to live in a place of ambivalence, a place of anxiety all the time, because you're vacillating all the time. It's like you are on center court at Wimbledon or the Davis Cup, and of course you're bouncing a ball backwards, forwards. And of course, when you're not making a decision, you live in a place of fear, doubt, and worry. And of course, when you're worrying about making a decision, then you're taking up a lot of free rent in your mind. You are not present. You're either living in the past or living in the future. I mean, you literally are scaring yourself to death because you're not making that decision. And of course, when you're not making a decision, then you tend to ask other people what they think you should do. I mean, that's the worst thing to do, because they are not you and they don't know what's for your highest good. But so many of us go and ask other people, but we're asking other people based on their programming, based on their experiences in life. But I do know this, but each and every one of us does know what to do. We know what to do. We know what to do within 10 seconds about any decision we need to make in life. But if you leave it longer than 10 seconds, what happens is your paradigm or your programming or belief system kicks in. And it often kicks in and talks you out of doing what is the right thing to do. And so when you're not making a decision, then you are not acting on your intuition. And I do know this, that Source, Spirit, God, the universe is always talking to us and helping us for our highest good. But often when we don't make a decision when an opportunity comes, or we need to solve a problem, because we do know what to do, then what happens is the more we don't trust our intuition, well, the less our intuition wants to talk to us and help us. It says, oh, well, I guess you'll go and ask Tom, Dick, or Harry what you should do. Yet I've told you what to do, and you always know what to do because there's a sense of peace about it. There's a sense of excitement about it. There's a sense of just knowing it's the right decision, but we don't trust it. And so my broadcast to all of you today is to really help you now start to become effective decision makers, because the more effective you become, and it's a habit, the more you are going to be in the receivership of the results you want, including money, including everything you want. So that's my true story of how I manifested 13,500. And I do know this, that there are plenty of opportunities there for us, and they keep coming to us, but we often miss them because we're not making effective decisions. And so my advice to you today is get into the habit of making decisions quickly and watch how your life will change from one of lack and limitation to one of power and prosperity.